Open enrollment season is here for health insurance, and there's a lot of choices to make as a business and as an employee. And this month, Joe Convertino Jr. of CH Insurance is going to be joined by another Joe, their Assistant VP of Health Insurance Division, Joe Courcy, who says, truthfully, this has been kind of a stressful year.
This is one of the more challenging years when it comes to open enrollment. In years past, it was, the rates come out, people meet, they met with their brokers, they promoted Excelis or whatever carriers. You kind of knew where everything stood. But this year, there's so many more doctors not participating in the network. One of the larger providers, Family Medical Care, they're still in negotiations with Excelis, but nobody knows if coming in 2025, if they're going to be in the network or out of the network. And so everyone's kind of at a standstill trying to figure out what to do for next year and which carrier to move forward with.
So there you go. I mean, if you remember, was it 6 months ago, the whole WellNow urgent care?
I remember
and they were having some negotiations regarding Excelis, Blue Cross Blue Shield. And so that's kind of the same thing. Joe's talking about why they're still negotiating. Yeah, there's not like a clear-cut reason with that. But as you can understand, I mean, if you are a patient of a business like Family Medical Care and you're not sure if that insurance is going to cover that, it's either change doctors.
Yeah.
Or so.
You're talking to Mr. Out of Network? None of my doctors are in the network.
Right. And that's more money.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it with specialists and things like that, but especially with kids or whatever, you're like, I'm not going to go out of network, even though I love this doctor.
Right.
And it's not like these days you can find a primary care physician right away either, a new one.
Right.
I mean, it's tough. A lot of the offices are not accepting
you got to find somebody that just graduated from medical school and are accepting new patients.
I got to tell you,
right
I've had the same primary care physician now for over a decade. But that was one that I was looking for is somebody that was younger, because I had a couple of primary care physicians retire. And then you're kind of going, all right. So I did. I was kind of looking for someone that was fresh out of school that would be around for a while.
I've had the same primary care physician for over 20 years.
Yeah.
And she's not in the network.
Oh, she's not. She's not.
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So I got to pay a little extra.
Wow. I didn't know that about your primary care physician.
None of my specialists are in the network.
Oh, Ted.
You're talking to Mr. Out of Network.
And it's a tough decision, right?
It is. I don't want to change. These are doctors that have taken very good care of me.
Know you really well and know all your
I don't want to have to get to know somebody all over again.
Well, you can understand then why this whole health insurance thing is kind of tough.
I have to explain to them why my body looks the way it does. I don't want to have to go through that again.
The one who's seen you for 20 years.
Exactly.
Kind of seen it
She's
all.
She's used to it.
Yeah. Well, that's why we're discussing it, because it's a big part of our lives. It's a big reason, too, why we're probably employed in different reasons, So I think it's something to discuss. Even though when you're like health insurance, you're like, not really glamorous. It is, but it is kind of glamorous, I guess, in a way.
Insurance.
By the way, if you want to hear the entire conversation with both of the Joes from CH Insurance, you can go on our Conversations with Convertino page, and you can hear the entire October interview.
Because what's better than a conversation with Joe? A conversation with two Joes.